Hello everyone and welcome to another weekly check-in vlog where I try to keep myself on track with my life goals and reading goals. If you don't know, my name is Wiebke and this year I want to get myself out of survival mode. It's Saturday morning and you may notice that I didn't start my vlog running again. That's because I didn't run. Remember last week when I said I had backache? Yeah, that didn't get better. I tried running on Thursday and that made it worse. So instead of running, I can do other exercise. I can walk and, well, basically bending over forwards is a little bit difficult. But running, the impact of the running really hurt. So I decided to do some low impact Tabata this morning to get my day started. And why do I do that when my back hurts? Well, I discovered that this week I messed up my morning routine every day. I got up too late because it was too cold. I didn't do proper exercise because my back hurt. I was lazy and all the excuses you can think of. And it didn't serve me well. My whole week spiraled. I didn't do well on my days. And I think it is connected to my messed up morning routine and other things probably. So this morning when I woke up completely exhausted and drained after an awful night of being awake and dreaming badly, I decided I need some exercise. And after exercise, I'm always more energized. So I do feel better now, which is good because we're going on an adventure this weekend. I'm going to Hamburg for the weekend and I don't really have plans. The main reason I wanted to go is because I noticed that leaving the city and traveling somewhere, not far, but just for a weekend break, is something I think I need and I want to do. But I'm not the person to spend a lot of money on hotels or places. The idea of going to a little cottage somewhere and having a weekend away from everything and just read sounds very perfect to me. But I don't have a car, and most remote places you can't reach with public transport or very complicated, and I don't do complicated at the moment. So I thought, why not go to Hamburg, which is I think an hour and a half by train, and just rent a hotel. A nice hotel that is a little bit more expensive than I would normally consider, but I want to spend more time at the hotel. I'm trying to see if I could become someone who goes and rents a hotel just to stay at the hotel mostly and not just for sleeping like I normally do. I used to travel a lot, but I used to be a go, go, go person whenever I was traveling. I rarely spent time in my accommodation, so it didn't really matter what kind of accommodation it was. But the older I get, the less energy I have and the less I want to just run around the city. So I spent more time in the accommodation, but I'm still too stingy to pay for a good accommodation. And I'm trying to see if that's changeable, if I can adapt. So I'm trying to adapt the theory that you have to think of yourself as a person who is that thing or who does that thing instead of making that thing the goal. So I want to become a person who stays in more expensive hotels just to read. Let's see if that works. But first I have to have breakfast and I also need to film my review for Unseen Academicals. Nothing has me feeling old like technology. Honestly, I don't know why this is so difficult for me these days. I just spent half an hour first thinking that my SD cards broke, then thinking that the SD card reader in my new computer broke, but then I restarted it after half an hour and everything is fine now, but I don't have time to edit. But I am going to take 2 books with me from my TBR up there, coordination, there. And I have no idea what those are about, but they are the shortest ones because after finally finishing those 2 big books that I've been reading for 3 weeks, I need something short. And we'll see what I get to read, if I read more than one or if I just finish one, hopefully. I'm also starting a new audiobook, which is also, I chose by length and interest. It's a nonfiction, something about food. It says more please. I honestly forgot what that was about, but I heard it's very good. So I'm going to listen to that on the train. I already packed my bag. I bought this rucksack or bag for the gym mainly, and I thought I could use it for weekend breaks and travel because I don't have to check it in. And I like this extra pouch for shoes when I take running gear, but I don't this week. And so it's very light. let's see. I arrived at my hotel. Let's have a room tour before I mess it up, let's be honest. So entering, there's the little wardrobe. And then here is a very strange bathroom. I have not seen something like this before, where you have the shower. Through the shower you can see the bed. And then here's the door. And there's the toilet. Very tiny. But separated from shower and sink, which I kind of like. So, and then if I go through the hallway, continue, here come the beds and the room. And apparently you can watch people shower while you're in bed. And yeah, there's the window, little table, and the TV. Let's see how the view is, because that's what I wanted from this hotel. The view. I was promised to see Hafen City. Well, I don't see the nice side of Hafen City. Oh well, can't have everything. I'm an idiot. I literally spent the last hour scrolling on Instagram because I was annoyed at the hotel saying they have king-size beds, but what they do is they put two small beds together, and that's not a king-size bed. At least not in my opinion, and I expected to have a big bed and not two small ones. And I was annoyed at that for a stupid reason, and I spent an hour scrolling. Now it's 5 p.m. I'm going to meet my friend for dinner at 6, so I'm going to walk around Speicherstadt or Hafen City a little bit and get out of this funk that I put myself into, because that's not what I wanted, but I didn't get it. Also, the view outside the window is to the ugly side of the Hafen City. I'll show you the beautiful side in a minute when I'm out, well, maybe 5 minutes. But the Hafen City in Speicherstadt really looks nice. And it should have been a nice view with a king-size bed. I'm annoyed at myself for being annoyed. I forgot that my hair is long enough that I can't deal with it with my hands anymore. I didn't bring a brush. Well, I guess this is as good as it's going to get. It's not the worst, but it keeps losing hair. Anyways, last night I had a wonderful time walking Speicherstadt or Hafen City and walking around the little paths and alleyways, just looking around. Then dinner with my friend was great. I haven't seen her in years, and we've known each other for 30 years. We started studying together after school. And it's been amazing to meet someone who knows you so well, where you don't have to pretend and you don't have to mask and be someone you're not. And that is very refreshing. I haven't had that in a while because I haven't seen old friends in a while. Then after that, I got back to the hotel and I read a little bit more on my Kindle in my current Kindle book, which is the third volume in the Husky and his cat Shizen series. So I just started it, nothing much happened, or rather, the story continues. But let's not go into that. A side note on the changes of the Kindle downloading features. I must say, I don't really mind that I can't download my books outside of Amazon products. What I mind for a long time is that they can change the products that I bought. So that I don't think is okay, but it's availabilities and options that I have. And since I'm in Germany, I do have different options than people in the US and in the UK to read the books I want to read. So unless we get him to grow a conscience, I think nothing will change. So moving on to what I did this morning is a lot of sleeping in bed and reading. I started the Department of Speculation, and it's really fast to read. The pages or chapters are short paragraphs of memories. It is really progressing fast, and I think we're learning about the story of the narrator and her husband. I have a suspicion that he's deceased, but it hasn't been mentioned yet. But it's a lot about memories she has with other people, memories she has of her life, and memories she has of meeting this man, marrying him, and having a daughter. That's how far I am. I'm 39 pages in of, how many are there? 100, 180 about-ish. And I am off to breakfast now, and I want to read some more. I am not sure if I'm going to come back to the hotel in the afternoon or just walk around the Ulster. The audiobook, I think I have an hour left in More Please, so I'm going to talk about that more once I'm finished. That's definitely going to happen now. Okay, I'm at Jungfernstieg, and I walked all around there listening to More Please. This is a eating disorder memoir, so if that troubles you, just skip this part or mute me until the cover goes away. I really enjoyed this book. I didn't know Emma, or I don't know Emma Specter. I didn't know her before. Like I said, I got the book because I saw someone talking about it and really enjoying it. This is, like I said, a memoir about her binging or her relationship with food, her eating disorder, and binging food. And it goes through her life up to now and also sprinkles in some data, some research, a lot of other books that she read and came upon, other fat positive people, and addressing fat phobia in media and also diet culture, a lot of points. And it is very easy to listen to. It was well narrated. I really enjoyed the tone of voice and the tone of the narration, the pace of the story, and also the ups and downs she had and how honest she feels in sharing that. I also enjoyed that it wasn't just nonfiction data research presentation, but it was more about the reality of what she experienced, what other people experienced, and also how she really struggled through the pandemic and the lockdowns and the isolation and how that affected her eating disorder and how she's doing now. I highly recommend this if you're interested in the topic, if you can stomach it, or if you want to learn more about eating disorders, especially binging. And it's Monday morning. I had some extra energy this morning, so I spent it researching sleep trackers, because I don't know if I mentioned it before, but my Garmin fitness tracker is bad at actually tracking when I'm awake at night. So I thought, I have some energy and time, why not do that? And I was thinking about getting an Oura ring because I heard those are the best, so I found out they are pretty good. But I also found out that most of the research done on fitness trackers or sleep trackers has been done on people with normal sleep. So for someone like me with sleep problems, they might not be so well. So basically what I found out is that they are not as good as tracking when you're awake at night. Yeah, that's what I need. I need to know how much time I'm actually getting so that I can work from that. But I don't have the data because I don't always look at the watch and meticulously look at the watch. Sometimes you're just awake, but you're not awake enough to actually think and do stuff. Definitely not leaving the bed. And reading always gets tracked as either REM sleep or light sleep. So, going back to yesterday, I got dinner and finished my book, and so I'm done with the Department of Speculation. I really enjoyed this book. I was wrong about the husband dying, though. He's still alive at the end of the book, so I was wrong there. But the book has the main focus on their relationship, their marriage, and the problems they have there. It's also focused very much on narration because she's a writing teacher. So sometimes she sprinkles in some information that she teaches her students, and which makes you hyper aware when there is a change in perspective. So first we get everything first person, and then we distance ourselves when there's a problem arises, and we look at it, the marriage and the characters, in third person more. So that was very interesting and well done. The whole book is written in those snippets. That's not really paragraphs and flowing text, but memories and different events at different times. We also see the narrator at her job as a ghostwriter for an almost astronaut. So we get some space travel stuff in there and also about relationships there. So there's a high focus on relationships, love, and the marriage of the couple that we're following. And I don't know why, but it reads really, really fast through the way that it's written. You're really drawn into it, and the writing is so beautiful at times. It's just amazing. So no wonder everybody was reading that a few years ago when it came out. It's been 10 years already, I noticed. So I highly recommend this. If you haven't read it by far, I sometimes think I'm the last person to read it, but I finally did, and it was worth it. Now I'm about to check out of the hotel, get some breakfast, and go back to Hanover, and then I have a dentist appointment. So we're going to end the vlog here. Let me know how your weekend was, what you did. Did you read something nice? Have you read Department of Speculation? Let me know in comments. And thank you for watching. Bye bye.